Breaking. Antifa has turned Turning Point's event at UC Berkeley in California into an absolute war zone. Munitions are being lit on fire by Antifa while attendees are rushed into the venue. Enough. Antifa's reign of terror must end. Now, I've been bringing you some very deep things that are really going on in this world that we need to pay attention to, that a lot of things are distractions, but it is still important to know what is going on. It is still important to see the chaos that's out here, whether it's real or manufactured. I don't know, but this is pretty wild. And it's a deviation from what I've been seeing online, because overall, I've been seeing, even from the left, of support of Charlie Kirk. And I know that sounds wild, but the younger generation has started this thing called Kirkification. I think I'm gonna have to do a whole video of it, where these memes of Charlie Kirk everywhere. If you go on TikTok, it is like, memes galore of Charlie Kirk, and usually they're pretty positive or funny or something like that. So it is just very bizarre that Antifa would do this, but let's take a look at this chaos.
Any time, any place, put your fashion in the face. The whole thing area. We already know. We already know.
Why is that car old as dirt? What year is that car, guys? But this is insanity. This is insanity. I haven't seen anything like this happening at a Turning Point event. I don't know why they would do this at Turning Point. Charlie Kirk's not even there anymore. Obviously, he passed away. He was assassinated. But this just seems bizarre, right? That of all the people that they would do this to, and Charlie Kirk, is it because it's in California, UC Berkeley? I know it's a very woke area, but something about this is just very disturbing on multiple levels. But you take a look at it and you tell me what you think. But it says a far left extremist stole a conservative man's necklace and then punched him repeatedly in the face when he tried to take it back outside the TPUSA event. The victim was bloodied and the leftists racially mocked him for being white. What? Okay, so there's no sound on this one. I guess they're showing that's when it happened. And then you see that fight breaking out right there. Oh, whoa. Oh, they're really, like, this is a fight. Okay, goes behind the trees. And now it looks like police. Are those police? Yeah. That are trying to break this up. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to say, okay, it looks like somebody's been let off in handcuffs. Are his hands behind his back? I believe they are. I can't quite tell. This is wild. I'm not seeing much more. Okay, it looks like it calmed down, but they still have the activists out there. And I have a lot more to show you. It's very chaotic, whatever was happening there. Okay, so the police people are they filming? Yeah, I thought people had their hands up. No, they're filming. Okay, it looks like police are in there trying to get this all. Oh, there's a drone. Is that a police drone? Did you see that? Did you see that drone at the end? Is it a police drone when it has the red and blue on it? Do you see that? The red and blue? I don't know. But let's continue. I'm going to show you some more. Okay, here's some more on the ground. It says actually, let's push this. A woman holds her two daughters as she tries to rush them through the screaming crowd of mass Antifa members that are screaming at every attendee who leaves tonight's event. So they were doing it before and after. Antifa protesters blocked every entrance and then began running to swarm attendees after they found out the one unblocked exit that they were using.
devil's dick, you asshole!
Jesus loves you, man.
Now, you saw all that. Now, I did not know. I don't know if you guys know this, but Turning Point has, I guess, a group or a division called Frontlines. I'm not sure what it is. It's official on the ground national coverage for Turning Point USA, exposing evil and pressing truth. Whoa. Okay, let's get into it. Wow. All right. Let me see if I make this bigger. Let me see. Federal authorities are targeting Antifa domestic terror groups across the nation and are now going after their funding sources. But investigators are also being urged to scrutinize the underground subculture where militants plan, recruit, and hide in plain sight in this multi-part investigation. Okay, so they did an investigation. That's not about last night, but that's something interesting to see. But here's more of this. UC Berkeley, a protester who was flipping off protesters, then made sure to point to his neck in the same location where Charlie Kirk was shot. He made this gesture several times while staring down the event attendees while holding a sign reading "Freedom of speech does not equal freedom from consequences." So I think this is a short clip. Let's just see.
Right to be remembered as a misogynistic, racist, enabler by your grandchildren. What's his...
Okay, he was just pointing at his neck. Okay, and I think this is more of more of that video clip we just saw. Now this is for the exits for tonight's TPUSA event are being blocked by large crowds of protesters screaming "F you, fascists" as attendees leave. Protesters are attempting to block every exit in an attempt to intimidate attendees. Make this bigger. All right. And as you guys know, I covered a lot of what Antifa was doing. Okay, it looks like someone is reporting what is going on there. So let's listen to what she has to say.
This is Savannah Hernandez at UC Berkeley at the TPUSA Out of the Bay protest. Now, it is about 7 p.m. at this point, but this has been going on since 4:30. And my friends, it has been absolute chaos. Now, at the beginning of the night, you quickly had 2 people that were arrested. One person was a Trump supporter, another was an Antifa member. And as the Trump supporter was getting arrested, he stated that the Antifa member came and tried to steal his stuff, resulting in the altercation. Now, that happened fairly quickly at the beginning of the protest, and everything just evolved since then. Now, this is actually the entrance to the TPUSA event tonight, and the attendee line actually stretched out this way, and it kind of stretched into this area so people could get into this conference center behind me. Now, what ended up happening is this huge swarm of protesters, many of which are trans members, some of them are furries, and of course, many Antifa members and Antifa-aligned groups, they all ended up swarming those attendees. Now, one of the Antifa members actually lit off a flare, smoke started going everywhere, and then another protester drove past in his vehicle. It started backfiring multiple times. It kind of sounded like gunshots. I could see the visible fear in many of the attendees' eyes, and they all started swarming into this area. Now, please quickly let them pass these barriers to, essentially protect them and help with their safety, because the mob then quickly started descending on these barriers. Now, they have multiple times tried to break this area down and break these barriers down, and they have been chanting all night, calling attendees of this event fascists, Nazis, anti-Semites. They've been calling them every single name in the book while simultaneously saying that Nazis need to be killed. Now, they have also been mocking the death of Charlie Kirk, and I have seen several signs tonight glorifying and celebrating Charlie's death. So that is the protest in attendance tonight. Those are the people inside. You even had people chanting, F your homie is dead, referring to Charlie Kirk. So that's an idea of how chaotic it has been out UC Davis. The next challenge is going to be how attendees now leave this event, as this entrance is completely blocked with very aggressive protesters.
Okay, so this is interesting. She said that they are trans and furry. That was something that, I mean, all of it stood out to me, but that she's trans and furry. Well, how would she know that? I don't see anyone dressed as a furry. I don't see any signs about being trans. And see, this is what's difficult for me, because I've covered this a lot, the protesters, Antifa, all of these things, and I know none of this is organic. Absolutely 0% of this is organic. A lot of these people are paid protesters. Okay, you can trace back to every protest that has happened that they're being paid for it. Okay, this has been documented. This has been proven. It is very few people who are doing this organically, especially when it comes to like the protests in the West Coast, especially No King's Day, which was laughable, honestly. But it's just interesting. It's just so funny that this is coming at a time when Turning Point is losing a lot of support because no one believes the narrative of what happened to Charlie Kirk. They just don't. Like, I'm sorry. The official narrative makes no sense from top down. There are contradictions. There are proven lies. None of it makes sense. The movements of the day of the Turning Point staff, anyone there. And I can go on and on about it, but I'm not here to litigate this. But it's just funny, they keep pushing this leftist, and it was trans, and I was seeing these posts, and then suddenly they're there, and all of a sudden these trans, furry, leftist, Antifa people showed up. Now, obviously people are fighting. People are getting bloody. Okay, but we also know about like George Zinn, who was a paid, patsy, or a guy that, he said that he did it and pulled his pants down. Then we found out that he goes to all of these different events that a lot of people believe that he is a Fed or CIA informant. Like, a lot of these agitators are inserted into things. So again, I'm not making a judgment call, but I am skeptical of everything I see in terms of where is it coming from. This just seems so perfectly done. So who could be behind the funding of these people showing up and doing this? Yeah, it can be the left. Most likely it is. But at the same time, when I hear it's trans and furry, I'm sorry. That narrative it doesn't make sense. I don't even hear the trans community talking about this. I don't hear any furry, like when you go online and you see these things, a lot of kids, a lot of young college students are kind of like celebrating Charlie Kirk in their own way, left and right. It's like a meme everywhere, especially if you go into like their different TikToks. They're posting the pictures under, of Charlie Kirk hugged out. I posted one to my ex account because it's like what? They're putting Charlie Kirk's face on other people. In fact, maybe I should pull that up for you guys. Or I should do this in another one. How long is this video right now? Because I wanted to show you this. So this is the full clip. I think I'm gonna have to do it on a different one because I won't have enough time. But this is the full clip of what happened, or this is what they're showing. So let's take a look at, there's that guy being dragged down. If you want to see that clip fully. In fact, let's see that one because the other one is longer. So this is going to be easier to watch.
Break it up! Break it up! Police! Break it up! Police! Break it up! Hey, white boy! Break it up! You're bleeding, bitch! Yep. Hey, white boy! You're bleeding, white boy! Hey, white boy! White boy! You're bleeding! Break it up! What happened? What happened, white boy? Relax. Take a deep breath. Relax. Relax. What happened, white boy? Hey, white boy, what the fuck happened?
Guy tried to rob me. Okay.
Can you guys step back, please? You guys can film, but just...
Talk now, or you... Hey, you got cracked up. You got cracked, motherfucker. Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand. Can you please move it away from me? What's that? Hey, white boy, you like him?
Do you want to tell us what happened?
All right. So that was crazy. So it looks like it was a supporter of Turning Point that was, what we said before, he was getting beat up or something stolen from him. Then he ended up getting arrested initially in that whole thing going on. And this is him. This is actually him earlier in the day.
Go the fuck home.
Okay, so now I'm seeing the sign. Okay, now I'm seeing the sign. It had the rainbow thing. It has Palestine here. Let's see what else.
Fuck you, fascists! Fuck you, fascists! Fuck you, fascists! Fuck you, fascists! Chingala migla! Chingala migla! Chingala migla! Chingala migla! Fuck you, fascists! Fuck you, fascists! Fuck you, fascists! Fuck you, fascists! Chingala!
Jesus Christ is the Messiah and he will be returned.
The first speech of the night. I would like to rep it. I would like to welcome.
Okay, so I guess that's where to get it from. We're queer, we're trans. Like, this is so... How is this supposed to be productive in any way? Like, what were they hoping to accomplish with this? But I don't try to understand the derangement that's out here. I don't try to, rationalize it. We know people are losing their mind, but we also know that this is what they want. They want us fighting each other. They want this type of chaos. They want us distracted with these types of things so that we're not paying attention to what's really going on.
Welcome Antonio from Students Organizing for Liberation. Hello. Fuck fascism.
Okay, so it's different. So it's different angles of what was happening. More of that same guy. Okay, so this is the full thing of what happened to him. I'm trying to get to the part where that happens. Okay. Let me see.
It is our job as students to be educators within the student movement. It is not enough to say fuck fascism when we don't tell why we mean it.
Okay.
Okay, and this is it.
Guys, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want.
Break it up! Break it up! Private police, break it up! Break it up! Break it up! The guy with the red! The guy with the red! The guy with the red! Break it up! Break it up! Police, break it up! Police, break it up! Hey, white boy, break it up! You bleeding, bitch! Yep. Stop. Hey, white boy, you're bleeding! Relax! Break it up! Break it up! What happened? What happened? Relax.
Relax.
What happened, white boy? Hey, white boy, what the fuck happened?
Guy tried to rob me.
So to me, it just seems like a lack of security and all these things happening. He was out there by himself selling Turning Point shirts. And then this crowd surrounds him. Where you see all these police now, but where were they when they were all surrounding him and agitating and doing this? This man was saying Jesus Christ was Lord, selling the freedom shirts. And then they were just allowed to just be right there with him, no security. And then you saw the part, I'm trying to get to the part where they pull his chain off, where the guy, is this it?
Break it up!
Hold on.
Guys, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want.
There it is. Okay. I don't know how much I'm going to have to censor this video because YouTube doesn't usually like this type of thing going out there, but obviously pray for this man. He obviously is this is just deranged. This is just deranged. He wasn't doing anything, bothering anybody. He's preaching about Jesus Christ. So absolutely right here, no matter who is funding this, Antifa, the backers, George Soros, all of those people, either way, this man was out there speaking the word of God. And this is what ended up happening to him. Man, we're going to see more unrest like this. We're going to see more of these demons coming out of the woodwork, regardless of what you think about Turning Point, regardless of what you think about what truly happened to Charlie Kirk. Either way, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable on all levels. And I am going to be interested to see what the Trump administration's response is, because they have designated Antifa as a terrorist organization. They have. So they've done nothing but hurt themselves with this. They've done nothing but hurt themselves with this type of thing. Like of all the things to do an attack, this makes absolutely no sense at all, especially in the light of Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's absolutely disgusting. It's deplorable. And I just, the people who are behind not only the protests who allowed this to happen, they need to be held accountable. And then also the police who just were not protecting us. Or is this Turning Point that did not have enough security, which a lot of people feel the same way about what happened at that event with Charlie Kirk, that the security was lacking, that they weren't following protocol, and nothing of it was making sense. But guys, I don't know. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. I just wanted to share this information and you know, just show you what is happening on the ground. And I am going to continue to bring you more news. I think I'm going to start putting more of kind of my deep dives, conspiracy theories on my other channel. I think I'm going to put it on Melanie Offscript, or either Melanie Reacts. Make sure you subscribe to Melanie Offscript, because I think I'm going to put a lot more over there, and I'm going to talk more about news, but also bringing you deeper layers when it comes to the regular news that's going on. But then also we need to keep focused. We need to stay paying attention. Okay. And we need to learn things that maybe we don't know about our government. We don't know about our history. We don't know about these things. And those are going to provide you the full picture of what is happening in this world, what is happening with the AI and all the things to come. Because I'm telling you now, you need to know this. If you're just looking at the news and reacting out of emotion or tribalism, that is very surface level. You need to go deeper. You need to understand where these things come from. You need to understand that they've lied to us about our entire history. And I've shown parts of that. I've shown you parts of it, like the real reason we went to Iraq, Stargate, Saddam Hussein thinking he was Nebuchadnezzar. There's a whole lot to it. You know, the tomb of Gilgamesh that was there, and we built a military base over it. So again, guys, leave a comment. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Melanie Offscript. The link will be below in the description box. And I will see you guys very shortly.